I often find myself looking for a good horror movie to watch. Now, while it's good selections that still float around out there, I got plenty of access to plenty of movies, plenties. I like to go back sometimes and reminisce on growing up in the 90s, and a movie that I don't even think a lot of people probably seen or heard of is directed by a boy, Wes Craven, but it's The People Under the Stairs. How many people already seen The People Under the Stairs? How many of y'all heard already of The People Under the Stairs? Well, it's a good horror movie, real good horror movie. And let me tell you something about it. Warning, it is spoilers involved. The People Under the Stairs is a terrifying roller coaster ride that'll have you gripping your seat in fear and in anticipation. Wes Craven's horror masterpiece is a story of a young boy named Fool. Yeah. And y'all, Fool was played by our boy Brandon Adams, yo. Put a little still shot of my boy up on the screen. But growing up in the 90s, yo, well-known child star back then, probably even into like the early 2000s, but well-known. But let's keep on moving. Along with his friend Leroy. Now, Leroy, older than Fool, they decide to break into these like rich white folks' homes, like, well, they house, these rich white folks, like, but they should have never went in this house, yo. Like, they should have never went in this house. And this is some stuff that like it's like horror movie like, but yo, it's like reminiscent of the world that we live in. Like, people really this torturous, really this cruel, really this crazy. There's plenty of like true crime or true based on true events or true horror films, that books, TV shows, all of it exists. But what they found inside of this world of torture, cannibalism, and secrets, mess gonna change Fool's life forever. So the Robinsons, a seemingly loving couple in the eyes of the world, are in fact a deranged damn duo who have been hiding their dark secrets for years. And they secrets are dark, like really, really dark. I don't even see how you get away with this. Well, like I said earlier, this happens in the real world, but I'm just saying, like, but they keep people, like the name of the movie is People Under the Stairs, and that's literally what they do. They got people living in their basement. They got people living under the stairs. They got people living in the walls. It's wild. But they keep their victims captive, imprisoning them in a maze full of secret rooms and secret passages like this, and you figure this out like as the movie goes along, and mutilate them. Like, they cut off like body parts and stuff. Like, this, it's twisted. Like, they cut off like body parts and actually still have them living and surviving and having to heal from this mess. Like, it's a world full of pain and torture. And it seemed like they just did it for like they own like twisted, demented pleasure. Like, and honestly, I didn't even know this was a Wes Craven movie. This was something like kind of different from Wes. I'm guessing like it's just the concept of them. I guess this movie just different than a lot of movies. I guess it's just the concept of the movie. But Fool and Leroy, they run up in this house, and make a long story short, like, Leroy, he don't make it long. Like, he don't make it long at all. Oh, and before I even get to mention, I don't even know how I didn't say this before I said talking about Fool and Brandon. But Leroy was played by Ving Rhames, y'all. Like, yeah, it was some star power that Wes Craven drew up for this joke. But yeah, Leroy was played by Ving Rhames, but he ain't last long in the movie. Like, he ain't last long in the movie. And anybody that follows like Wes Craven and like especially Scream, you know, when he got them big names in the films, they usually just in the beginning and they die real soon. It was no different for Ving Rhames here, but Leroy played his role. So Leroy done for, and then Fool finds himself trapped in the house all alone. Now he gotta run from the family. So running for his life from the Robinsons and their flesh-eating children who live in the walls. Yeah, these I don't know. These they turned into monsters. Like, they weren't zombies. They were just like mutilated, tortured like people. They like literally turned people into monsters. Like, it's y'all gotta watch this if y'all haven't seen this. But as Fool delves deeper into the house, he discovers that the treasure that he was looking for is not material riches, but a group of captive children who have been kept underground, forced to live in squalor and darkness. Now, during the movie, like, the Robinsons, they got a daughter as well. Like I said, it's spoilers in here, but I ain't gonna give it all away. But they got a daughter as well. So Fool kind of meet up with the daughter, and you know, the daughter trying to help him get out because of course she don't like what's going on. But yo, you gotta watch this. The film's tension and suspense are palpable, and Craven's direction in his masterpiece is creating a sense of claustrophobia and dread. The set design and practical effects are also top-notch for its time, creating a truly terrifying atmosphere that will stick with you long after the credits roll. And now, reminiscing back on People Under the Stairs, like, yo, I'm about to pop it in right after I finish up with this review, and I'm about to sit back and I'm about to really enjoy this junk. Like, People Under the Stairs, yo, back then, it didn't like scare me as a child. It creeped me the F out. Like, it's that type of horror. Like, it might scare some people, like, because like I just said, the visuals and everything for its time is pretty top notch, pretty decent. The husband and wife that they chose to play in this movie, like, you know, y'all know how in some movies you be like, I couldn't picture anybody else playing those roles. Like, their roles were so believable in this movie. Like, they were hated villains. Like, Everett, McGill, and Wendy, Robie, yo, they did their thing in this jump. They were a particularly outstanding as the deranged couple who owned the house and its gruesome secrets. Like, they embraced these roles. I don't know, I might dig into the details and everything, interviews and stuff about how they did the roles and how they felt about them, but yo, they were outstanding. They had the best roles in the movie, played the best roles in the movie. Like, this whole movie is like a memorable movie, but one of the most memorable scenes from the film is when, like, Fool first discovers the truth about the Robinsons and their children. He finds himself face to face with the horrifying creatures living in the walls, who were once normal children, just like himself, but have turned into cannibalistic monsters by these people being their twisted experiments. The scenes will send shivers down y'all spines and leave y'all gasping for air. But overall, The People Under the Stairs, it's a true horror classic. Like I said, it's by our boy Wes Craven, and watching it in today's time, I feel like it will still hold up to horror movies today. With its unforgettable characters, the shocking twists, and of course the expert filmmaking, it's a must-see for any horror fan. So once again, if you have not seen The People Under the Stairs, this is a great horror watch. Go ahead and pop that in. If you have seen The People Under the Stairs, you know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and rerun that jump. You know it's worth another watch, and you know you haven't seen it in a long time. So go ahead and pop that in. You can rent The People Under the Stairs on Amazon Prime. Hold on, I'm checking these sources as I'm watching, as I'm making this video. I see Amazon Prime, Vudu, Redbox, and Apple TV. Those are the options I'm seeing right now. Guys, it's other options. DM me for other options. But yeah, like the video, comment or everything you possibly can about this movie. I love this joint. I love to see if y'all love this joint. And or if you don't love this joint, if you don't like the joint, still comment. Like to know why. Why not? Subscribe to the channel, share this so everybody can get involved. And until next time, yo, check your walls. You never know. Might be people under the stairs.